Okay, once again, thank you for coming to this month's AI webinar. I'm going to be trying to do at least one a month to introduce you to the concept of AI as well as the how-tos of AI and the tools. So this is a good introductory webinar for you. It's going to look at sales and marketing and how AI can help you with those functions. Just a 30-second summary of who I am. I'm Kathleen Dorsey. I'm the founder of Clarity Consulting Group, and we have been since the beginning, the inception of social media 17 years ago now, and we have seen it grow, we had seen it evolve, and we have evolved with it. So I have a lot of case studies to be able to prove a lot of what my background is. However, AI is fairly new. I'll be honest with you, I haven't felt this excited about an innovation in digital marketing since the beginning of social media. I really do believe AI is going to change business as a whole, but especially marketing and sales. So let's get started so we can start to learn. So today's agenda, we're going to go over the current state of AI. SMB is small and medium sized businesses in the marketing and sales efforts. We're going to look at key benefits and the ROI statistics. We're going to look at ways AI drives sales growth, how it improves marketing results, what the kind of stages that you need to think about when you start to implement AI into your business. Review just two quick case studies, action plan to get started. I'm actually sharing a bunch of AI tools with you today and some key takeaways. So the current state of AI in marketing and sales. The adoption rate, so the small and medium-sized businesses that are starting to adopt using AI in their marketing and sales, 64% of these businesses are using some form of it in their marketing efforts, and that is up from 2022. It's also increasing in the spend for AI marketing solutions by almost 50% compared to 2023. Businesses using AI, this is really important, report a 37% higher customer acquisition rate than non-adopters. So just understand if you're not looking into using AI, your competitors are. And they are going to start seeing the results that if you're not using AI, you're not going to see. And 76% of the small and medium-sized businesses claim that AI adoption is critical to remaining competitive in their industry. So AI is here, it's going to stay, and it's something that we just need to get our heads around and understand how to leverage it. So key benefits and the ROI, return on investment statistics. So let's first talk about AI and marketing. 41% increase in marketing for qualified leads. So the qualified leads coming into these small and medium-sized businesses are increasing 41%. And the important word in this sentence is qualified. There's a 29% reduction in customer acquisition costs. So not only are they getting more leads, it's costing them almost 30% less to get these leads. There's a 35% improvement in campaign performance. So the campaigns that they are running on different platforms, they're seeing over a third better improvement with the performance of these campaigns. And there's a 3.5% higher email engagement rate with AI optimized content. We're always trying to figure out how to get people engaged with our businesses, right? So we want our emails to be open, number one, and number two, not just open, but digested and read. So there is a higher engagement rate when you use AI to help you write these newsletters and the emails. AI in sales, the ROI for that, there's a 27% reduction in the actual length of the sales process. So that, saves a lot of time, effort, and money. There's a 38% increase in lead conversions. All right, so let's digest that for a second. So we work really hard to get leads into our business, whether it's online, whatever avenues that you use, but there is a 38% in conversion rate, which is that's what we really want. That's what we need. So it goes back to remembering the qualified leads that are coming in. So the quality of the leads are higher. And then on top of that, the conversion rate of those quality leads are higher. There's a improvement in customer retention, and there's higher sales productivity when you use AI tools. So I hope that this slide can show you that just using AI can save your business money while also having the opportunity to make more sales. So there's a couple different stages and a couple different ways that AI can help. And I'm going to start with the sales growth. So these are some of the key ways that AI can help you grow your sales. So there's personalized customer experience. I'm about to throw out a lot of information and statistics that aren't on the slide. So if you would like for me to send you some of these, please put your name in the chat and I can do that. So the personalized customer experiences, you can tailor product or service recommendations. And those companies that have done that have seen a 23% increase in conversions. So there's your conversion increase. Individualized messaging across all your touch points with your customers. There's a 31% increase in engagement when these messages are being individualized by AI. You can also customize by creating a landing page that's adapted to the visitor behavior. There's a 38% higher conversion rate when you use these type of landing pages that are created by AI. So that's just a few ways that you can use AI in your customer experience. So let's jump over to lead prioritization and qualification. So AI can basically score your leads that are coming in. They'll score it based on a plenty of different characteristics of the lead, but they will allow you to see what is a qualified, ready to buy lead and what is one that might need to be massaged a little bit. And then they will give you a score. So those tools show a 41% higher close rate when you can do that with AI. You can also use AI to predict and show which leads are ready to buy. So the leads are coming in, but now AI can review these leads for you and predict the ones that are ready to sign on the dotted line or buy online with you. There's a 38% increase of sales efficiency when you use AI in this way. You can also use AI in automated qualification processes. So you automate the way that you qualify these leads. So again, we're getting better and better vetted leads coming in, which means better conversions. And AI can also look at behavioral uh, i- issues with your clients or customers that are inquiring. So there's behavioral analysis, and it will actually tell you what is the optimal time to contact them. There's a 22% increase in response rate when you use AI in this way. So that is some ways for the qualification of leads and how AI can help you. So the sales process itself, how can that be optimized by AI? The conversion analysis will highlight your winning approach. So you can put through AI what your approach is for your sales process, and then it will analyze that and highlight what will be a winning approach based on what you're using at this point. By doing this, you have a 31% higher close rate than not doing it. This is really interesting, the way that you can use AI when you're actually having a customer interaction. Real time, it could even listen into your conversation and give you recommendations as you're having this interaction with the customer to be able to close them faster and more effectively. So there is a 24% increase in performance when AI has been used to do that. Objection handling. So we're always working on that. There's always objections. There's always a reason why somebody's holding off or not making the decision right away. And I don't know about you, but I've found that that's happening more and more often currently. So it can give you recommendations on how to handle these objections. And when you use the software to do this, it's 29% better outcomes than if you did not use it. And you can also use it in your sales process to help with pricing. So if you aren't sure really what you should be pricing your services or how you should be pricing your products, you can use AI to help you do some of that research. And there's a 20% higher average amount that is increased on each deal that is closed if you use the pricing suggestions. So not only are you getting vetted leads, not only are you getting leads that are coming in and they are converting higher, but you're also getting objection handling recommendations. And you're also getting the pricing suggestions, and every one of those aspects is increasing your sales growth and increasing your effectiveness. All right, I know it's a lot. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Automated follow-up and nurturing. So when leads come in, they don't always close right then and there. Not very often does that happen. So we need a good systematic way to follow up and keep the conversation going. So AI can help with intelligent drip campaigns. So if you're not sure what a drip campaign is, it's just kind of a touch. It's like an email that you can send to them, a message that you can send to them that will just keep you top of mind and you're sharing some good quality information. If you have this managed through an AI tool, there is a 41% higher conversion rate when AI is managing this. You can also use the software to remind people and to remind you of follow-up times coming up. So you can remind your customers or clients, hey, we're scheduled for a follow-up call. Just wanted to make sure you remembered. It's all automated. It also will remind you to follow up. How many times have we said to ourselves, oh, yeah, I'll follow up with him in a week, and then it's 2 weeks later and you haven't done it? AI can help you with that. And it's really good at personalizing content. And when you do that, when you personalize it to someone's behavior and who they are and what you're trying to do in the sales process, there's a 36% higher engagement when it's personalized. So you are creating rapport, you're creating, a bond much stronger than if you did not use this AI help that's available. And the market intelligence and targeting. So I believe that this is extremely important and interesting of how AI technology can help you with this. It can help you with competitive pricing and positioning analysis. So when you use it to see what your competitors are charging for your services or similar products and see how you can position yourself to stand out above your competitors, you have a 21% advantage when using the software to do this. You also can follow industry trends real time. So when things are being talked about on the news or things are being posted on Twitter or something like that, it can help you real time know what's going on in your industry and any trends that might be changing. So you have a faster market response to these changes. And the new market opportunity, I believe, is extremely important. So it can find new market opportunity for you. And when it's used this way, there's a 23% growth in new segments that you hadn't even thought of. I have this happened actually with a client of mine that was doing boat sales, but he also fixed boat canvases. And it was always just local people. They would bring him the canvas, he would fix it. Well, we got an inquiry from somebody in Hawaii one day. So he then realized there's a whole new segment out there that I can I can fix boat canvases. They don't have to be local. It can be national, and they just ship it to them. So it opened an entirely new segment for him and his business to grow that he didn't even think about before. So a lot of percentages I just threw at you, a lot of ideas, but this would be an AI sales growth process, and how this software can help you with the sales in your business. We're going to do the same thing about marketing. So sales and marketing really work hand in hand, or at least they should. Doesn't always happen. But it does go hand in hand in a well-oiled machine. So I believe most of us are familiar with using the technology to create blog posts or email content, drafts of things. I believe that's probably the most common. Some of you might be getting into using AI to create graphics or video. That's absolutely accessible out there, and there's great softwares that'll help you with that. So it can create all kind of content for you. And what it's been found to do is it has increased the production time. So it's a 47% increase in production of your actual content. So these would be graphics and videos and the blog posts and articles and anything that you can think of to be content. You're going to do it much faster, and it will also stand out because it's not going to be some stock photo that everybody else has used for whatever the topic is. It's going to be customized just for what you want it to look like and for what you want it to say. Content creation, you can also use it for smart A/B testing. So it will look at the messages over here, which is A, and then another segment of messaging, which would be B. It would test them and see which one is the winning message to send out. So even though we're creating these graphics, we still need a message, to introduce the graphic or to grab people's attention. And that is where this way of using AI will help. It will help you write better captions and help you write better headlines. And with SEO, search engine optimization, it can help you with keywords analysis. It can predict how keywords will perform and predict what keywords maybe you hadn't even thought of might bring in more business or more, at least more traffic to your website. When you use AI in this way, there's a 43% increase in organic traffic. So think about that. It's hard enough getting people over to your website, especially organically. Organically means you're not paying for your position on Google. You're not running an ad with Google. So organically, to get your website found on Google is very difficult in many different ways. However, if you use AI to help you with your optimization, there is a very large increase in your traffic that you will see. Audience targeting and segmentation. So AI can help you segment your audiences beyond the usual demographics. When you do it this way, you'll see a 29% increase in effective targeting. So we need to make sure that when we're doing our marketing, that we're talking to the right audience in the correct way. And that's where this is very powerful. It can create lookalike audiences, and by doing that, it reduces the acquisition costs of leads by 34%. The interest-based clustering, so it will look at your audiences and then cluster them in what their interests are. And by doing that, you will increase your audience and thus increase the growth of your audiences on all of your platforms by at least 27%. And there's real-time shifting based on behaviors. So AI can look at how your audiences are behaving and then give you recommendations on how to shift what you're doing with them online real time. And by doing this, there's been a 39% increase in any campaigns that you might be running. So It's a lot. It's a lot of information. There's a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity for your business to leverage AI to increase the sales and better your ROI with your marketing. So I believe we're at campaign optimizations and ROI. So they do modeling on all your multi-channels that you might be using. They'll do modeling so that you can spend your money more wisely. There's a 33% better budgeting spend when you use AI to do modeling of audiences. You can it can automate your budget by shifting it to high performance channels. So it's going to look at how everything's performing on the different channels, decide which are doing better, and then shift your budget. And when you do that, you'll see a 41% increase in in the effectiveness of your spend. It can do a lot of predictions. So it can look at the predicting your performance of any of your campaigns that you're putting out, and it can forecast what should be expected with the campaigns that you're running. That gives you a 26% increase in your planning stages, as well as an increase in knowing the next stage, what you should be doing to get even better results. And it can also help you with bidding and placement strategies when you're doing campaigns online. So when you use AI to help optimize the bidding, you'll see up to a 37% decrease in cost per lead. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. So 37% decrease on how much it will cost you to get each lead that's coming in if you use AI to help you optimize the ad bidding and placement. Social media and community management. So again, it's really good at prediction, and you can use it in many ways to predict many things. One thing that you can use it for is predicting trends. When you use it this way, you have a 39% chance of being on top of the trend or ahead of the trend before your competitors. It will show you optimal posting times by channels. So LinkedIn might be different than Instagram, might be different than Facebook. It'll show you based on your audience and overall what is happening on the platforms, what times that you should be posting. When you use it this way, they see a 34% increase in organic reach. And you can also always automate your responses to your social media comments. When you do that, you increase your response time dramatically. And then analytics. So we can do all these things, but we need to know, are they working? We need to measure them. So it can detect unusual patterns or even opportunities that you're not seeing in the analytics of your website or of your social media platforms. So when you do this, and you can find other avenues to maybe look for business or for different targeting markets, or whatever segment that you're trying to grow in your business, AI can help you detect any opportunities or even unusual patterns that it's seeing. And it can give you all different kind of recommendations to improve your budgeting as well. So it's going to analyze everything that you're doing, and then it'll say, you might want to spend more money here, or don't spend as much money there. It's not working as well. So it just helps you analyze data extremely quickly and effectively. So, ways AI improves your marketing, and then prior we went over how it can improve your sales. Um, so how do you get started? That's a lot of opportunity there. It's a lot of growth potential, but how do we even get started? You don't know anything about this, and you don't even know where to start. So here is a sample of what you could use as an implementation strategy. So the first week or two, you really need to sit down, sales, marketing, or if it's just you sit down and think about what are the parts of the marketing and sales processes could use AI, and we could implement it right away. You want to look for opportunities in your processes that you're going to see quick results, so that you can, move forward with more AI technology. And we also have to look at the baseline to be able to measure. So you're going to sit down the first week or two, look at your processes for sales and marketing, decide where you want to plug this in. If you're not sure, look at the process and look at what you're struggling with. And maybe that's where you start putting AI tools to help you improve those parts of your process. And then don't forget, though, we need to know how well we're doing. So we need a baseline. So we need to take a look at where you are now with growth and within your ROI of marketing, and then we can know if we're getting better or not. So weeks 1 and 2, it's really kind of analyzing everything. Weeks 3 and 4, this is where you're going to pick just one or two AI tools that you think will help you the fastest and the cheapest way. AI can be free, but it can also be up to a couple $100 a month. It just depends on the product, the software, and the service that you're getting it from. So remember, AI is it's a technology. It's not necessarily a piece of software. So what these different companies are doing is using the technology to create their own software. And that's what you're going to have to pick, is which softwares are best for whatever you're trying to plug it in to do. Then once you have picked these softwares, then you have to plug it in to your systems. You have to plug it into your process, and then start to, test it and make sure that it's doing what you want it to do, um, to get where you want to go. So that's the first month. The first month is assessing what you need, picking your tools, and putting it into your business processes and into your business technology. Then comes the training. So we have all these great tools, but if people don't understand it and if they don't know how to use it, then it's not going to be effective. So you have to develop a training program for these marketing and sales teams, create an operating procedure for the AI tools, and then have some oversight of how these are going to be made. Now, this might feel daunting to you because how are you going to train them when you're just starting to get, trained? Most of the softwares have really good videos, step by step, to explain how to use it, the functions of it, how to leverage it. So it doesn't all have to be from you. You can leverage what the softwares have already put together for training and marketing purposes. So don't worry, you're not going to have to be the trainer as well. So this is just an idea of how you can get up and running within about 6 weeks of implementing your AI into your business. So two quick case studies. There was an e-commerce retailer. A lot of people would go to the site but would not buy. They just abandoned their cart, abandoned, their checkout. And they tried emails as reminders, and it never really worked. They never went back to buy whatever was in their cart. So they used AI as a solution, and it started to predict um, the behaviors and personalized emails to these people. And the results was that there was a 47% increase in email revenue and a 34% reduction in cart abandonment. So they definitely used just one tool to help them with solving some of this problem that they have. Then we jump over to a business-to-business software company. So they're selling to businesses. It was a long sales cycle, and they just didn't have a good lead qualification process. AI was deployed to help with this, and they saw a 26% shorter sales cycle and an increase in their quality leads by 39%. So just these are real case studies, real companies, and it did not take them too much time to see these results. So just a quick case study. So how do you get started? You have to have an action plan. So we're going to assess again what your needs are. You're going to research and discover the different softwares and platforms that might be able to help you. You're going to implement it And there's going to be a couple versions of this. So this is going to be your first implementation, and then you're going to train. So we went over that previously, but then there's going to be expansion and optimization. So you're first going to first implement the one or two tools that you found, but then you're going to expand later on what else is out there. What else can we use? So this is how you get started. It's this easy. So I threw this in here, and you might want to do a screenshot of this because these are some AI tools that you may not have heard of. We all know the normal ones, the ones that, are pretty popular, but these tools have been recommended for different types of needs. So I'm not going to waste your time and read through all of these, but there are tools in here to help you with writing. There's tools in here that can create video scripts. There's tools in here that can help create personas so that what kind of target audience are you going after. There's tools to help with your sales processes for prospecting, lead scoring, and conversion. So take your phone out, take a picture, do a screenshot, whatever you want. But I believe if you start to explore some of these tools, and then there's many, many, many others out there. It is said in the last 24 months, there has been 26,000 new AI softwares launched. So it's a lot out there. So just do some research on your needs and look at a few people out there are rating like best AI for X, Y, and Z. So follow any of those newsletters or any of that information to stay abreast of any new ones coming out as well. So here's some key takeaways that I'd like to talk about. And AI is no longer optional. If you want to be competitive in your market, you need to understand AI at least at a small level and implement it in some way into your business. You have to start with small projects, and then you'll start to move into higher impact areas of your business. Make sure you're measuring the results. ROI, even day to day if you want, or week to week, or month to month. And make sure also that you prioritize team training and adoption. There's going to be people that might push back. My suggestion is to make sure that they are understanding how this is going to help grow the business, which means that their job will be secure and they can move throughout the company as you are developing new cycles of business and different ways to grow your company. And make sure also that you create a 12-month AI roadmap. So we have to plan. I mean, planning is, half of the journey. So make sure you sit down with your team, or if it's just yourself, just, sit down, figure out how am I going to start? Where am I going to start? What are the most high impact areas of my business where this could help quickly? And take time to learn it, take time to, get trained, watch those videos so you can really understand how to leverage it. And then once you have that under your belt, then you just follow your roadmap that you've created on how to use AI in your business. So we are at the point where we have a little bit of time for some questions and answers. So I'm going to go in here. If you do have any questions, please post them in the Q&A section. So someone is asking again about the cost and isn't it free? So there are absolutely a lot of high quality free options out there. If you are looking to incorporate more than one person, like teams of people working on this, that's where some cost might come in. Normally, the cost that I have seen has been $50 a month or less. But like I said, I have also seen some in the couple $100 mark up there. So it really depends on the software and and the need that you have at that time. You might start with a free version, but then you can grow into the other ones. I guess on average, I'm probably paying maybe $40 a month for some of the softwares that I have been using. Another question about content creation. Hang on one second. So content creation of video. How can you use AI with video? So I don't know if you have tinkered with video with AI yet, but there's many different versions of how you can use this. One is it can create customized video of you welcoming a new client, and you can send them a message like welcoming them to your business, or you can send a message about a meeting coming up. Or let's say you met somebody at a networking event, you can create a video, and it's kind of, think of it as an avatar of you, but it's lifelike, and you can send a personalized message to them. So you're not personally making all these videos. AI is doing it for you. So I have seen some really good ones and I've seen some really bad ones. So it really depends on the software that you're using. It can also be used to just create video, just normal video, like promotional video, marketing videos, explaining processes, explaining your products, explaining your services, an overview of your business. It can create all kind of videos for that. And there are software and tools to help you edit, which is always a struggle and obstacle for those of you using video. It can help you edit pretty quickly and effectively. Everything is being streamlined through AI, whether it's the content creation, the sales processes, the lead generation, it's all being streamlined. Now, does this mean that you don't need a person in your office anymore, or a person that you contract to do this kind of work? No, does not mean that. It is not going to take over like some of the movies will show. It's not taking over your business. It's a tool. It's a tool that you're going to use. You still need the human part in this, the human aspect, the empathy, whatever, the humor, whatever that is that we need in our marketing and sales. We still need that. What this is going to do is give you tools and recommendations and analytics, and it will give you new ideas. But there's still people that are needed to place all of this into effect and to implement the ideas and recommendations that are being given by AI. So that is a common question that I do get. Are we going to lose jobs? To be honest with you, I think it's going to enhance jobs. It will help people be more productive and effective at work, which will make them more valuable. So if you do have a job and you want to use AI, you will be very valuable to your company if you start to understand it. Um, Thank you. I got a couple. Would you recommend a good video AI? Yes, there's a lot of different video softwares, and just so that I want to make clear, Google has their own AI. Microsoft has their own AI. YouTube, Canva has their own AI. So the big brands that we use all the time are starting to come out with their AI stuff. So to answer one of the questions, what's a good video AI software? It really depends on the type of video you want to do. One is really good at like animation stuff. Another is really good at the avatar kind of thing. So I haven't found one yet that is good at everything that you need. So I don't know if you need it for editing or whatever. So think about the specific need. And then do some research and reach out to me. I'm happy if you tell me what the need is. I'm happy to give you some recommendations. But so it is going to be a little bit of time to research some of this stuff, but I think you're going to be surprised at what you will find out there. So thank you for everybody that's giving me some nice comments in the Q&A section. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you've enjoyed this webinar. If you have any other questions or want to expand this conversation, please reach out to me. You can comment. You'll see this on the Clarity Consulting Group's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube channel. Just go ahead and reach out to me on those platforms, or you can just send me a direct message. I'm happy to continue the conversation with you and perhaps help you implement some of these tools that we just learned about. So again, thank you for attending today. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, so take a look at that in the next day or two, and then we can continue the conversation and look for. There's going to be additional webinars coming up that will expand on some of these concepts that I just talked about. So look for that in the future, and I hope that you'll come back and see me at that time. So I wish you well, and I'll see you at the next webinar.